Wow, you know what happened? That bus is once in an hour. And it left 2 minutes earlier than it's supposed to be.
Oh.
I could have missed it and waited 1 hour more. Wow.
But you didn't. That was fate. Wait, when is the next one coming? In an hour now? Or
30 minutes.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. It's such a beautiful day though today.
That's why I like iPhone.
Yeah, true.
I also went to Korea for more than a month. Is it Harry Potter?
Ja. Achso, okay, und dann hast du einfach, naja, so halt, also ich meine, es gehen nicht so viele dahin, so deswegen.
Für ein Jahr.
Ja, ich hatte einen.
Für ein Jahr.
Ja.
Einer meiner besten Kumpel war dort, auch einfach so. Und dann ist es, weiß nicht, ich habe dann einen hier kennengelernt, dem war es lustig und ich wollte weiter weg und dann war es halt korrekt.
Dann, warum hast du Koreanistik
Angefangen zu studieren? Oder ja, okay, gewählt. Habe ich nicht erzählt, warum? Did I mention that before? I grew up with Koreans in my neighborhood, so kind of like got to know the culture, and then we pen pal, so we wrote letters to each other, and they were like, come to Korea, and I was like, ah! Never traveled before, so when I was 18 after school, I like saving up a lot of money, I went to Korea on my own, and then stayed with a guest family and studied there, and then decided to study languages. Afterwards. So
afterward.
Yeah, so I did that and then I came back, then I did my year in an elementary school in Germany. And I would really like to do my master's in Korea and then go into, like I really would like to be a lecturer because I really like talking, but I'm still like kind of so afraid to do it in front of people.
I do video calls a lot.
With your whole family? Just... Because I saw your sister once, you know, when you went to my dorm, your sister was calling.
Just randomly. Yesterday as well, she just called me and she was with my aunt eating, drinking, and I talked with them like some, I don't know, at least 1 hour. Yeah?
It was like 2 or 3.
What? I talked like 15 minutes and we're done.
I don't even call.
Just have to, I don't know if it's... I don't even know a lot. I just play out of boredom sometimes. Yeah, of course.
I just don't know.
I only play, so I have my ukulele at home, not in my dorm, so I don't really play that often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the typo.
I think some things are more expensive.
Yeah.
Or you have to buy them in larger portions to get.
Like 1 carat, it's not possible, I think. It's always in the package. It's also changing. I think you can now also bring your own. Yeah, and then,
Okay.
yeah, get the stuff without any plastic. But by the way, what do you learn in Koreanistic? Like, what kind of subjects are there?
So like the first semester is the only one that everyone has the same kind of. It's like, you know, introduction to history, culture, and like everything. But then from the second on, you can kind of choose your courses. So yeah, we have like economics, society, you know, modern labor issues. I like the courses in Chinese more than in Korean. I enjoy like learning about the Chinese history and like just Chinese. So I have a course. It's called Legality and Authoritarian Rule in Contemporary China, and it's just so cool. We're talking about laws and how like the whole constitution works in China and everything. And in Korean, like they have courses about that, not really about that, mostly about society. A lot of labor issues, gender issues, and stuff like that. Like how the labor workers in 1970s worked and how like the women, you know, there was like women's resistance. So when the Park Chung-hee regime was and the women started working as well, but they needed the head of the, you know, everything like that. So I think in Chinese they have more to talk about, but then also I think China's a little bit more big than Korea, so they probably have more to talk about. It's really, really interesting to learn learn about how the government works or not works maybe. Oh, this is
Like, look at this. This
Wait.
is going.
this is
written this
confusing.
way,
This is
and
this way,
mine
but
is.
this is this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me this is more familiar.
Oh, I
And
never.
they're look. I thought they are all upside down.
Oh, you were upside down.
Was there anything you couldn't understand about Korea from what you learned?
I don't think so. I think a lot of things. I was pretty open Korean. I wasn't really like scared of anything or like questioning a lot because just being open and then just experience and then think afterwards was for me more the case. Our cultures are not that different. Like I feel like that's what I feel like when I talk.
Really?
Like yeah, we are different, but when you talk to people, I felt like it wasn't really difficult for me, and it was kind of maybe just the school that I went to. I'm not sure. Maybe I talked to the wrong people.
I had the same feeling in the beginning,
That it's not that different.
and the more I know about it, the more I'm realizing the difference. Maybe superficially, it's
Yeah.
It's not very different.
yeah, but the deeper you like family stuff, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
is
Oh,
much
yeah.
different.
Oh, for sure. I don't know if it's still present. I cannot talk for companies because I don't work in companies, and also I think I'm a foreigner, so it's probably different from me. But I heard that a lot of people, when they, when women get pregnant, the people are more likely to be laid off, and then they don't get the job back so easily because they have like a kid.
I heard my mother also had like only some months, like 2 months or not even, after giving birth.
Oh wait, you don't have a year? You have a year, right?
No, year is not
But
possible.
it was also like that in the past.
Yeah, I mean it was
In the past.
almost 30 years ago
Okay.
when I was born.
Okay. But now it's different, right?
I don't
I was like,
know.
wow, wait. 2 or 3 weeks ago, we learned something where I was like, what? The Korean language essay lied to me. Because, we learn a lot. Like, we have a lot of grammars. We're topic 3 at the moment, level 3. But then, 3 weeks ago, out of the blue, they taught us intonation in a different way. So when you say, like, oh, so that's what our teacher says. I don't know if that's a thing for Taegu or if that's different. Right? I think for the whole Korean language, I don't know if it's different maybe, but for the dialects. But when you say, 뭐 마실까요? And the first one, if you say what, if you emphasize on the word, 뭐, then it's like, what do you want to drink? But if you emphasize, the intonation goes up with a 마실까요? Then you want to say, do you want to drink something? A yes or no.
Okay, wait.
But for the first one, you want to hear what you want to drink. So I was like,
뭐 드실래요? 뭐 드실래요? Yeah, I mean it's my dialect. I cannot.
But
I don't know. Have you seen that meme? Like 어느 정도 높이까지 올라가는 거예요? This one, like it's written like.
Oh no.
So in my dialect,
yeah,
if you can understand it, right? In my dialect, it's literally you don't know how high it goes up. 어느 정도 높이까지 올라가는 거예요?
In your
In my
dialect.
dialect.
What?
And then there's another meme came out
Yeah.
from that. So in Seoul dialect, they say the opposite way. 어느 정도 높이까지 no what? 어느 정도 높이까지 내려가는 거예요?
Yeah, 내려가는 거예요?
Yeah, that's the Seoul.
You just climb up the ladder for something. In Taegu, something. Is there something else you say for hello? Like, do you say 안녕 or do you have another word? Because
I feel like 안녕 is too cringe. I don't say it to
it's
my
like
friends.
hi or
I like.
what do you say? Do you say it something or do you just
I think
like?
you just don't
Huh?
say.
Did you say 안녕?
I mean, not to my close friends. I wouldn't say it. I would just like.
Yeah, to your sister when she calls me like, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I would say anything and just start conversation immediately. I would be like, oh, 왜?
Why the frick do you call me?
For me, Busan and Daegu sometimes sounded a bit
Aggressive.
Japanese.
That's what also many Koreans say.
After, like, when I went to Japan, like, sometimes some intonations sound similar.
Why do you use like 잘지내 as like a word not to really know how you're doing in that, like not, oh, I'm good, I'm fine, like I'm doing well, I'm sad today, like you use it for more like catching up, like a phrase like, oh, how are you doing, like what you're doing at the moment and stuff.
I think in English, how are you doing is just the same.
Yeah, okay, how are you doing?
Like in
but
Germany,
this
we literally, like, people can literally answer like, I'm not good today. But I think in America, everyone would look at you like,
Really?
you're not fine. I would feel like that.
Really?
Yeah,
I
true.
felt like that when I talked with, I once thought, like, on the street there was one American, like, who said like, hey, well, how are you doing? And I thought like, oh no, small talk, I have to stop and talk. But she just passed. So it's
So
But
weird.
that's the same with, like, you know, when you talk to Koreans and they say, you know, oh, let's go for a meal next time, but they don't mean it. It's just like something they say.
the Germans are like, okay, what
My terminkalender. When are you free?
yeah.
나중에 밥 한번 먹자. This sentence is
Yeah,
so
because like you say
dangerous.
나중에, like later, I'm like, okay, when?
When, and you're like, okay, where can we go?
Sometimes you realize how kind of we are because we are kind of similar in some things, as you can sometimes say a stereotype is true because in a sense it is true.
Actually, for me, I haven't really said that 나중에 밥 한번 먹자 as a like just saying bye. So I guess that's why I like Germany.
So she will go to Korea next month to 고려대.
We had to choose a favorite word we had, and I have such a weird one, but I really just like the pronunciation and the writing of the word. It's like 사장님. And